This is it. And then what I'm gonna show you, what else I want to show you for on this project. So let's do something different. Instead of just talking about electrical, let's have a little bit of overview. Let's go back to let me show you a little bit of the process how things started. So I'll open the process interior wall plan here. As soon as I open it, you see that things start shifting around, right? And the view that we had before, so long as the one that we are seeing here, and even the tagging is changed. You see that here we are having to a door tagging here, which is wrong, right? We need to have only one. So if I have to describe what we have here, we have one tag which gives us the height, the width, and the seal of our door, and we have the main tag, which is the OP02 here. So I can only have one tag, right? So what I'm gonna do, I'll come here on the MOV, which stands for modeling view option. So I'm gonna click on it. You see that the model view option is set for architecture plan full. So I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna go straight to the architecture plan simplify. As soon as I click there, you will see that the main tag, the main door tag changes. Even the door appearance changes too. Meaning that I've simplified the appearance of my door to keep this tag, to keep the auxiliary tag, because there's a main tag and the auxiliary tags. If I go back and I say I'll choose the architectural plan full, you see that the main tag will reappear, and the appearance of each of the door element will completely shift. So the main tag, the auxiliary tag, but in this case you will see that our process in the hand here, we have an anti stand for note. So this is basically a note that is attached to our building element, which is this opening, or let's say our building element, which is this door on this floor plan. So yeah, to keep the auxiliary note or the auxiliary tag of our building element, in our case this door, so I have to change my model view option by going simplified. If I go to simplified, you will see that the main tag will change, and I will remain with the auxiliary one. So this just shows you that you can keep a different tag on the same building element. So if I shift again, if I change, let's keep the same model view option there, just change a different layer combination. Let's go to process exterior wall plan there. As soon as I click on that, the view changes as well. If I zoom out here, you will see that now we can see each and every external wall of our plan. And if I zoom in much closer here, we can see that we're having a different tag, right? On our openings, we having on this window, we have a different tag. This tag now gives us the window ID. We have the height of the window, and we have the width of the window, which is different from the previous layer combination of the interior walls. On the interior walls here, we're having the ID, we're having the height, we're having the width, and we're having the seal, contrarily to the external walls. If I zoom out here, so this is what we have. So basically you can show your contractor, so meaning that your plan speaks for itself. There is no ambiguity here. People can see that constructors they can refer easily, and that depends on how simple you introduce or present your plan to your contractors. Doing it like this, simplifying it this way with different tags, it saves you a lot of headache. And let's keep changing layer combination by we're still keeping the same tag. So right now, if I go, let's go up here where it says process core plan. As soon as I click on that, see that the environment changes automatically. This time we having all auxiliary tags together on this on the door. We having the one that we had before, and this time even the floor plan changes categorically. We're having now the interior elevations. We're having a little bit of extra element. You can see there we're having here this time the wall tag, the interior wall tag, the external wall tag. So it speaks a lot. Your floor plan, simple as it is it's illustrative to a lot of information to not only to yourself, but as well if you're working with a team, so they'll be able to refer themselves easily than coming up with a different perspective. In this case, you are making a complex situation much simpler, than it's supposed to be. So in this, you see that we're just having simple, this time we're just having a simple name, right there, and a surface area tag. So you keep your plan simple. So keep it simple, so that people will refer to it easier than bringing a lot of calamity for them to try to refer themselves into a complicated environment. So let's keep tagging, let's keep changing our layer combination. Let's go back to this tag which says process finish plan. So as I click on it, the environment now shifts around. So this time we're not having any surface area tag there. We're just having now an illustration of our finish floor, and we're having now a little structural section there that is appearing, and once again our opening is I get a new tag. The tag changes. This time we having a door ID here. We have a door ID. We're having the floor where the door is found, and we're having the open orientation. So this door opens to the right, and if I zoom out here, you will see that we having the same tag on this layer combination. If I come on this tag, you see that we're having the door ID, we're having the story level, and we're having the opening orientation. So this door opens to the left, and beside that we're still having here our wall tags. So let's continue. For now, this time what we're gonna change a little bit of our layer, our graphic override there. We're gonna change the graphic override. So we're gonna go straight to, let's choose the graphic override, because I'm just gonna tackle this presentation. So let's go straight to presentation, and solid black fields there. So as I click on it, the environment changes automatically. As you can see here, the environment changes automatically. We can focus with the black and white environment here. It's easy to reference things around our plan here, to know what is the description of the plan, instead of having our eyes dodging left and right, or not focusing on one element. With a simple contrast look of the plan, you can find your way through easily. So by this, instead we're gonna change our layer combination from process finish plan. We're gonna go straight to process world representation. So as I click on that, you will see that things will start shifting around. New elements start appearing, and things start looking neat. So by this, you can see that this time around with the presentation, we having the space name and the space number, and as well what has changed, you see that we now having furnitures around, furnitures around, electrical fixtures around, a little bit of tag here and there. So yeah, you found that joy in your heart that I've done a good job. You found that appealing moment where you say, indeed, I've come this far. Just the way things are looking. So and the other thing we're gonna do, okay, let's keep shifting around. Let's change our presentation, a graphic override. Let's change it to the presentation and the solid black fill and center line. As soon as I click on that, you see that there will be a subtle change, in the environment with our walls. That there's kind of a center line, in our walls. They are centralized in most of load-bearing elements here, descriptive to the environment. So if you keep changing our layer combination, let's go straight to furniture vibration gray. So as I click on that, you see that we have each and every object on the floor plan is changed into a light gray or medium gray, and the remaining other element they kept the same pen and the same color or the same style. And so yeah, this is just great to see and appealing to the eye. And as you see it, it brings that sort of confidence in you as you walk around. So and let's go to another one. Let's go to the vibration word. As soon as I click on that, the environment shifts around once more. You can see that each and every, most of our furnitures, they become white, and the floor itself takes a little bit of a dark greenish color there. So just awesome, just great. Let's keep shifting. Let's shift to another one. This one says this position says simplified and colored walls. So as soon as I click on that, things are shifting around as well. We have another color only on walls. This is specific to walls, not to other elements. So this is the power of graphic override. If this is specifically for the site, we're not going to go to the site for the moment. So let's go down to presentation, sketch line 1. So as soon as I click on that, you will see that we can pursue a new change there, and we go to the schematic, to as well there. You see that there's another change. So yeah, the graphical override plays a huge role. The graphical override it's unique to itself. It makes your work easier to visualize, and your space clean, without any mesmerizing or let's say a crowding environment. So yeah, this is the graphical override, as you can see here. So the next step, let's just go around here. Let me just go all the way down to general here, to GIST, standing for general. I'm going to show you the zoning. So let's start with the core zone there. So right now you can see that nothing's gonna happen, right? So though we are on the zone layer combination, nothing's gonna happen. It's because of the graphical override. So we're gonna say no overriding of the plan. As soon as I click there, you can see that the view will start shifting around, and then the zone, which one I've chosen. So yes, this is the first. This is the core one. Yes, this is not the finish. This is the core. Okay, there's a core and the core furniture. So let's start with the core there. As soon as I click on it, it's like it's not responding. So what I'm gonna do, let's shift around first. I see that this is a processing issue there. I can see it coming. Then let it just update. Then we're gonna go back to the floor plan. You see that the floor plan is gonna update as well based on the required layer combination that I've set. Okay, let's give it a second there for it to load up. Okay, let's go back now. Give it a second there. As soon as I click back, we're back. Let's just update, because this is the zoning, because it's not the same layer combination there. What I'm seeing there, it's a different thing. So you see, we were still in the process wall presentation plan, knowing that we're supposed to be here. As soon as I click on the zoning core layer combination there, the plan will shift, will change completely. So yeah, this is the zone, the zone layer combination. I'm just gonna show a little bit of the space to you here. You see that for the core, the zone core layer combination here, we're having the space name, this little bit of the space number there. We're having the reference of the space, which is a zone. We're having the wall finish. We're having the floor level. We're having the area. We have the perimeter. We're having the ceiling height. The height to the bottom side of the slab, and we're having the volume on this one. And you can see that in all the zoning is the same thing that is repetitive to the specific space. Okay, if we go ahead, if we go ahead and say okay, we as well we want to change to another layer combination. Let's go to the core, finish them. As soon as I click on that, you will see that our space will change. Not only the space will change, but the zoning will change as well. In this case, this time we're having just a simple element of the zoning, the name, the number sent to the zoning. We're having the zoning itself. We're having the wall finish, and the zoning level, and the area in this space. And beside that, you can see that the remaining elements to every single object it's kept its origin pen and texture from the floor plan. If we continue progressive, you see that this time we don't have the tagging of our openings, but which we can open. If I go Control L there, if I go Control L to open my layers, the model views, and I scroll down looking for the layer, looking for the nodes. I scroll down because I created nodes. You can see here, right here, you can see how am I able to shift different layers around. So you can see here that we're having different layers here. First of all, before choosing the layer, let me just look around the tagging. So the tagging, right now we don't have any tagging there. And the other thing is I have to check the layer combination as well. The layer combination will speak for itself. You see that the layer combination here, there's no NT, right? There's no NT. As for process interior wall plan here, you see there's NT here. There's NT here, there's NT to both of them. But on this one there's no NT, which means that I cannot use the auxiliary tags or let's say opening markers. I cannot use them. I cannot use them on this layer combination because I haven't assigned it. I haven't assigned the NT that stands for not. So meaning that the problem is not here. The fact that I'm unable to see my opening tags is not because of my layer combination or because of any layer. It's because of my model view. My model view option here still with the simplified one. Let's go back to full. If we go back to full, you will see that the main tag will reappear, as you can see right now. So yeah, I want them to be this way. I wanted the view to be this way, the look to be as it is. So we're just gonna keep on changing our layer combination here. We're here with the core furnished. Let's go with the module unit finishes. So as I click on it, you see that thing we start shifting around. So this time things have changed, right? This time in this office, so let's check with the office, because I know that we have a lot of spaces around. Let's check with this office. In this office, as you said, we have the office, and we this time, because we are having the finish here, now we're having the finish flow. We're having the flow and the finish flow. If I go back here, let me show you. If I go back, let's say to the core, the zone module unit core here, you will see that as soon as the zone shifts around, we do not have anymore the finish flow. Now we're having the core alone, meaning that the slab, this is the level of the slab, which is 40. If 40 centimeters or 0.40 meters. If I go back to finish, select the finish layer combination, now we're having the finish flow level. The finish flow level, which is at 0.43 or 43 centimeters. And in this we still have the area, we still have, now we're having the window area. We're having this window area. If we go back controlly to the core doesn't have the window area. I didn't assign the core zoning with the window area, but I've assigned it to the finishes. So with finishes, we having the window area, we still have the perimeter, and we still have the window rate. The window rate is how big is the rate of the window vis-a-vis to the space. How big is the window? Is the window small vis-a-vis to the space? Is the window enough for by the window, the window size, of course. Is the window size unique to the space? Does it fit the space? Does it allow more view to the outside? So this is the rate, the window rate of the window regard to the space, not regard to the light. There's a window rate regard to the ambient light. There's a window rate regard to the space. This time it's regard to the space. So you can see that in other spaces the same thing is applied to other spaces. Other spaces, the same thing is applied all around. So if we change another layer combination here, let's go to this zone module unit finishes furnished. So as soon as I click on it, so that the space now changes around. Now we're having another a zoning detailing here. So this time there was a little bit of trick with the zoning. It's much simple, and we having the floor. So the floor finish element, which is tile. We're having the floor description there. We stand with tile. If we go back to the finishes, itself is the same thing. This is how I improvise, I anticipate, I just set things to par, to avoid the hurdles and the complication. There's more. I wanted to show you more than what I've just shown you. Probably I'll be doing it from time to time for you to grasp how I take things to the next level now, how I cope up with my work, and how I handle, you can see that we have a lot of layer combinations there. There's a lot here I can show you, but based on certain arrangement, based on certain policies, based on certain agreement with clients, I cannot show you all of it. So bear with me, please. This is what I wanted to show you. I'm going to see you in the upcoming episode. Take care and be safe. Cheers.